There we are. Perfect. Okay. So what most people do, and how many of does everyone have a Facebook account and an Instagram account right now? Okay. So if you don't, so you can get your phones out or you can go on your computer, but I'm going to take you through step by step. You have to have a professional account. Personal accounts do not work. So if you're working off of a personal account, you're going to have to switch over to a professional account. But I'm going to show you how to do that. And then if I don't do a great job at that, there's other people online where you can just go in and find a YouTube video for someone to help that. So before you start, you want to have a separate professional email address. You can just create a new Gmail one, and you're going to want in the name it to reflect the type of business that you're doing. We always want to have a clear, smiling headshot from the shoulders up. Don't put any logos or any other icons that people can't see your smiling face in it in the corner. Okay. And then you're going to have a one sentence mission. So I put a couple in here, helping people feel younger, stronger, and clearer using light and wellness science, or a trusted professional exploring phototherapy and regeneration, regenerative wellness for real life, science made simple. You can steal those if you want. You can stick them into ChatGPT. And even the non-professional version is really good because it'll start to get your information and kind of tweak it to your own brand. So you want to, if you have a website or a link tree or a booking link, now we can actually put those into our social media components, where if you have a personal account, you don't, okay? And you want to choose a simple name handle. So at Dana Wellness, at Light with Dana. So you want it to be a little bit different than just your personal one, okay? So that when the SEO is reading it, it wants a theme, okay? So if you can capture that theme, that's perfect. So those are going to be a little bit of things of homework for you to do before you start setting up your account.
Just curious, Dana, what's an SEO?
We're going to go to that. So that's your search engine optimization. So anytime someone is
Okay.
going on Instagram or Facebook or Google, when they put in some keywords, it's going to shoot them to you instead of someplace else.
Okay. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And it's very, very important. And you cannot do that. That's not accessible to you with a personal account.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, can I just mention to everyone if you can put your questions in the chat or leave them to the end because we are recording this.
Right.
And
Okay, thank you,
so
Sharon.
we'll just, yeah. Okay, thanks.
There we go. All right. So if this is Facebook, okay. So when you're looking at creating a new Facebook business chain or page, this is a screenshot of what it looks like. And where I have it circled here around the red, that's where it says you can create a new profile or page. Okay. So that's where you're going to go in and you can see that I have Dana Manette. We have our Be Aligned one, I have my Performance Evolution one, and I have my clinic one. So I can toggle between those three accounts and I can put separate information in each. And Virginia has this question too, because we get a little bit of a conflict of interest to separate it. So, Virginia, the massage therapist, and everything else that she does, say, you can pin a post saying, hey, I'm a massage therapist, but this isn't for that. If you want to follow me and become a massage, like as a client there, go to this page. So that way, if our college comes in, it's been separated. Okay. And if you're a government worker, just say, like, hey, this is my day job, but this is my passion on the side. Okay. And then you can separate and pin those pages. And this is why I've chosen to do this on the side. This is why I'm taking the effort to create this business on the side. Okay. So that way people know that hey, I have a law firm. If you want me as a client, here we go here. But here I'm the lawyer that does this. So this is the way I can expand my life. So just change the page right here. Oops. There we go. And then once you create that new page, this is what comes up. And you get the create a page over in the corner. And then you put your page name, your category, and your bio. So obviously it's going to be blank. You put your beautiful picture over here. And then that's how you start building. So that will lead to here. So you're logging into your personal account, and the left menu, you've got the pages, create a new page. You're going to add your page name, the category, the description, upload your profile photo, which is the same as Instagram, upload your cover image, which is behind the photo. You're going to add your email. You're going to add your website link. You're going to set your message buttons to send message or how you want people to contact you. And then there's also a way to link your Instagram in your settings too. So you just go settings, professional account, and then select Facebook page to link. Okay, so that way the two are communicating back and forth. Okay, and then this is what your professional dashboard will look like once you've done it all. So we've got our background photo, we've got me and Cheryl here for our Be Aligned, we've got all our contact and basic information. So we're not a clinic in this one, so we don't have our address or our service area or our phone number in here, but you don't need to add that. So we could put global. Okay, now this is the advantage that we have to having a professional page versus a personal page. You can do things like boost a post where you create an ad. And then the other things that you get is you get all the views on every post that you put up. So over here, you can see on this one post over in the corner, we got 1,037 views. Okay, we had 903 people that actually watched the video. We had 276 engagements, 3-second plays. So they at least engaged for more than 3 seconds was 242. So almost everybody watched it. And then link clicks over here, which is very important, is 34 people actually went to purchase. Okay, so or to look more. Our audience details comes down at the bottom. There's male and female in here. So we can see that it was like almost nobody under the age of 35 looked. Okay, so next time, if I was going to even boost that post, now I know my target market is between 35 and 65 or plus, right? So I wouldn't even start marketing or sending information to people that are younger. So I can start to tailor that information. So this is something that we did. We called it boost a post. So we created an ad. It's also something that you can do. It'll under your little whatever post you make, you'll have a little blue thing and it'll say boost post in it. And you can say, hey, I want everyone to be able to see that. That's outside of my market. And it'll say, do you want it to be global? Do you want it to be North American? What type of people? So you can fill that information in. So this is my daily budget for this was $6. So you're not spending a lot of money on it. And I literally ran it for 2 days because I wanted to test if it was working. So when we're trying to get our reach out there, we can put a tiny little bit of marketing so that we can get to people that never would have seen us otherwise. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Perfect. And then that way, if I had a dud, it would show like no post engagements, no views. And then I would probably just even take that off my website, or I would just never do that style of post again. So this one was a more successful one. Okay, so now we're switching over from Facebook to Instagram. Instagram works better on your phone. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go into your Instagram profile and open up the app. And then you're going to tap on your profile picture. And the bottom right, at the bottom right, you'll pick that and you're going to open your settings. So those 3 dots, okay? And then you're going to tap on the settings and privacy, go to your account type, and then scroll down all the way to the bottom. You'll see the white, okay? And it'll tap account type. And you want to switch it to a professional account, okay? And once, or if you're already a professional, you're going to switch it to a creator. So there's business. So if you're brick and mortar, you can do business with an address. But for us, for this business, we're creator accounts. And then if you already have a personal account, you want to switch that account, you can go again to the professional account and then just switch to that professional account. Okay. Instagram will show you a few info screens. You're going to do the continue or next, and then you choose that category. And the categories are usually entrepreneur, coach, health and beauty, public figure. So you can decide how you want to brand yourself, and you will choose that category that most reflects that. So if you wanted to use the patches for for health and beauty, you wanted to do that kind of promo, you would do that. If you wanted to do more coaching side, more education, you could do that. You could be like the patch coach. Okay. So yeah, when it asks you if you want to be a creator or business, you choose creator. And that's how simple it is. Okay. And then these are just the steps if you already are a business account. You just go switch to the creator account. And then that's going to unlock all those analytics that the personal accounts do not. Okay, so with the personal account, you get zero insight into how your content is performing. And then the creator account gives you all those Instagram insights, including profile visits, your reach, your impressions, your best performing posts, your follower demographics, what time your audience is online, which is very important, the growth trends, the engagement rate. So without these, you're posting blind, okay? And anytime you're in business, it's all math, it's all analytics. So this is going to be really important to start to see how we're performing. Oops. Okay, the other thing that you get to unlock are professional tools. So there's going to be a corner on the left hand side where it looks like a calendar. So we can start to schedule our posts. We can schedule what replies we want, automatic replies when someone messages us. We can start to collaborate people. So we can do branded content tools. We can save replies for direct messages. We get advanced story stickers for creators. So you'll see as you start looking at posts from creators, you'll start to see how do they get that sticker? It's because they have a creator account. And these are the tools that are made for growth, and personal accounts, again, they don't have them. So the other thing is that we look more professional. Okay, so the category under your name, we've got like entrepreneur, health and wellness, we're creator, we're coach. We've got contact buttons now that we can add on to it, like email us, call us, book now. Okay, so we're creating a more legitimate looking business. And then again, the personal accounts, they just more look like a personal accounts, and they really don't have a reach. And Instagram has only created those for us to kind of send pictures back and forth between our family and friends. They're not really visible to anybody about like outside of that group. They were never intended for that. The other thing we do is we'll have creator music in the background. So you can do trending audio, TikTok style sounds. So there's a music library for Reels. So if you want, again, all of that is part of the creator account. The business accounts often lose access to copyrighted audio, so you need to know that. So again, we can organize the DM organization. So we can get primary important messages, general requests. So it's really very easy to organize that when we go into our messages, especially if we're saying, hey, DM me for like, hey, message me for this, if that. So that you can kind of pick those up so that you can get back to those people right away. And Instagram, the algorithm really likes it if you can get back to people within an hour. And how we can use the people in this group is when you tell us what your Facebook or your Instagram new handle is, we'll follow you. And then what we'll do is we'll also message you every once in a while, because then it's like, oh, Instagram, this person likes this post. When this person likes this post, Instagram will show it more. So if we know between 7 and 9, or we can, I'm going to send you an Instagram post, and then you reply back to that person within an hour, they're going to favor you. So as a community, we can help support and build each other here too, which is really cool because there's going to be a very big group of us as well. Yeah, the creator counts get way better distribution, especially with educational reels, transformational posts, niche content, and community building posts. So those are what the algorithm really, really loves. So educational posts, transformational posts, niche content, and community building posts. Okay, and the other thing that you can't do with personal that you can do with the creator is monetize. And we really, this is what it's about, is monetizing your account. Okay, so we can use the affiliate tools. We can have a shop integration. We can have subscriptions in there. We can put our LifeWave link in there. If we have other products that we like to use, we can put those in there too. If we have our website, we can attach that as our links. And any brand requires a creator a business account for partnerships. Okay. And the other thing is now we become searchable on SEO. Personal accounts are not searchable on SEO. Okay. And then that's what Virginia was asking earlier. So now when people are typing in and looking for stuff as they do in Instagram, like weight loss or injury recovery, they will be, if you have a hashtag injury recovery, that's going to start to drive people to your link. Okay. And we have those link options and action buttons. Okay, so the bottom line, we got the personal account is for private users and casual posters, and a creator account is for anyone who's wanting to build a brand, anyone who wants more reach, anyone that's offering services or value, anyone that wants those growth tools, and anyone positioning themselves professionally, and anyone creating content consistently. Okay, so we do have to get to that consistent content, but it doesn't have to be crazy. So how do we do that SEO optimization? All right, we do need to put this strategy into place. Without it, people just aren't going to see you. Okay, so we have at the very top, when we go into our Instagram profile, we're going to hit edit profile, and then we're going to tap the field labeled name. Again, you're going to get a copy of this so you can go back and do these little steps. It doesn't take more than 30 minutes to do this. It might take a couple searches on ChatGPT or some other AI tool just to kind of brand who you want to be, because this is going to be your associated image moving forward. But Instagram searches your name field first, not your bio. Okay, so just know that your name field has to be really good. And especially when people like for here, we're probably getting people that are searching like stem cell patches, stem cells, phototherapy patches, LifeWave, peptide patch, regenerative patches. So that's where I put my name and product keyword as an example over here as Dana, stem cell activation patches, Dana, phototherapy and peptide patches, Dana, regenerative patch therapy. So those are some options. And you can take these if any one of these sings true to you. Okay. So when someone visits your Instagram profile, they see your username, which is your handle at Dana. So we'll talk about that soon, but your name field. And then again, this is what you optimize for SEO. You have to pay a bit of attention to this, your bio, and then your posts start ranking. Okay. So some people get it backwards where they think their posts are more important than the name field, and they are not. All right. So the second part we do is start to include keywords. Okay, so in our bio, we can go phototherapy plus stem cell activation patches, drug-free tools for energy repair and cellular renewal. So that's how we've optimized our bio. Okay, or we can do peptide patches, regenerative phototherapy, helping women boost energy, reduce stress, support healing, safe, non-invasive, science-backed education. Those are really good SEO bios for you. And then again, you can put this into your AI with your brand and your packaging, and you can ask it to make that really good with good SEO. Okay. And if you do this, within a day or two, you'll start showing up when people search these keywords. Okay. Good. Okay. So then the next place that we have to go is our keyword list. Okay. And the keyword list goes in our captions or in our posts. And that's, we're going to want stem cell activation patches, X39 patch, X49. So if those keywords now go into your posts, so we just can't be like, I saw this. We have to know what it's connected to. The social media or Meta really wants to know that there's again a theme going through here, and it's a consistent theme that's being followed throughout your page. So we've got the sleep patch, wearable peptide technology. So just get a list of all of these and then create your own. And you only want to choose about 3 to 6 per caption or per post. Okay, so if you're using 3 to 6, but then as you go through the month, you're going to be able to go through more of these. Then as people start keying in more keywords, they're going to start going to Ina the peptide girl or you know, Cheryl the patch lady. Okay. Again, so yeah, there we go. We're helping Instagram categorize our content. So this is for reels, and reels are the ones that go out to everybody. Our posts go to the people that are our followers. Okay, so we do have to differentiate that. If you want people that don't know you to start to see this, which is really who we want to grow our business, we have to do the reels. Okay, and the reels are videos. All right, and then as soon as we start getting those out, that's where our reach expands. Okay, so posts don't do it. Posts are like the backup plan once somebody's already into our feed where they can follow through our story. All right, and in our reels, we want on-screen text to be rolling through so people can read it. Put it up high enough because sometimes there's some stuff underneath where people can't read it. So make sure when you're doing your reels that are set vertically that way, you can put the text across so that they can see it above the world. And you'll see the posts where they put it too low and you can't read anything. And then you'll have your simple titles: stem cell activation patch explained, phototherapy for energy and repair, LifeWave X39 benefits in 30 seconds. And it can be just you know, sitting, having a glass of water in the morning or drinking your key with those things going across. Okay, so it doesn't have to be you talking to the camera like Gigi and Carol are really great at. Those are fantastic. But if you're shy in the beginning, you can just have, you know, yourself sitting down at the computer and then that information, and then, you know, DM me for some more information, or put it in the next post so that they go in and they look for more information. It's in a story or a post where we get longer. Okay, and then hashtags. We don't want to hashtag people to death, but we're allowed to use 5 to 10. So you can put the 5 to 10 at the end, or you can put it throughout your story. You know, I've branded with a new company, hashtag LifeWave, and I'm really excited about this. Or you can just save them all for the end. Okay, and you want them niche or topic focused. So there's some different examples of hashtags you can do. And again, you're going to have all of these so that you can borrow them or create your own. But again, we want to start getting some consistency here. Okay, and then, okay, we need our link title for SEO too. Okay, so you're going to have a link in the bio and you're going to label that with keywords. And again, example is going to be like, join my wellness group. Which patch do I need? Start stem cell activation. You're going to come up with your example for your link in bio. So when you see creators always saying link in bio, that's the only place in Instagram. It's different in Facebook. That's the only place in Instagram where people can click and it will send you to where you want them to go to buy or purchase, okay, or your website or your link tree. Okay, so the link in bio is extremely, extremely important. And you go to your profile for that, you edit profile, and you tap links, okay? And you'll see add external link. So you can, and then that's where you can add your external link as your, ours would be www.bealigned.com or .aligned.ca for our clinic. Or for you with your LifeWave, your user ID, you can put that direct link in there. I know there is controversy where people say, don't put your link, you want them to come to you. I am one of those people. I don't want to reach out to you. I've probably already educated myself on it. I just want to buy it. And I don't sometimes want to go through the distributor. I just want to go in. So there's value in just having your link in there. And then you're going to get the email, when I sign up, and then you can reach out to me. So I wouldn't not put my direct sales link in my link bio. I think you're missing a lot of opportunity of those people that, they're already educated on it. They just want the place where they can go to it. And they've already read through all of your information. You're like, this is the person I want to align with. I can see that they're growing a team. And wait for that to happen. And it might be at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this too, right? So put your link in. All right. Okay, and so the bio link is the main place you send people when you want them to learn more, sign up, shop, contact you, access your resources. So that's where you say link in bio. People know I'm going to go up to that bio and then I can sign up with them. Okay, you also want to keep your niche consistent. So Instagram does not want you random all over the place. Okay, so figure out where you want to be in the next year or 2 or 3 or 5, what your niche wants to look like, because then you can include all of that. So for me, I don't want to just be the patch person. I want to be reverse aging technology. I have a few products for that. So I'll have a link tree so that I can put different products in that link tree. So I will be a little bit different than you. So I can do reverse aging technology with the Mora's Ramon skincare or the hydrogen bottle, or use the Revive mouth guard for cranial alignment. So I want to be able to have all of those products, and all of those products together are reverse aging technology. I'm in my 50s and above, so that's going to work towards that. Or I could have just been like the cranial girl, so it's all cranial stuff. So just figure out what your niche is going to be so that you're working within that. You're not like the vacation person and the reverse aging technology. Just stay focused on that group. Okay, so spend 20, 30 minutes just really looking at who you want to brand yourself as, what type of people will be looking for you, and stay consistent to that for your education. Your daily routines, kind of have that related to that. The before and afters, you want to have them, again, consistent, simple science, again, consistency, deliverability. Okay, so your simple weekly content routine, 3 posts per week. It doesn't have to be crazy, okay? You want one short video or the reel, because that's the one getting out to the world, okay? You want one photo post. Those can be longer. So those are going to reach out to the people that are already following you. And that's where we can help support each other, because we can start to say, hey, I really love this patch. It did this for me. And then everyone goes and reads people's messages when they're looking into it. And then you're going to say, oh, thanks for sharing. How long have you been on it? So just that small back and forth is what social media is looking for to put you above others. Okay. So if there's crickets in somebody else's social media post where there's no messages going back, they're not ranking. Okay. So we're going to rank each other. And then one educational or inspirational post. Okay. So that's it. So you've got 3 to 5 stories per week, casual. We don't want it to be perfect, okay? Because then other people think that they have to be perfect, and nobody's perfect. All right. So let people see that like raw, real place. Like, hey, in this realm, I'm good. I've got my schnazzle together. But in this realm, I don't. And it's okay for people to see that. They want to be relatable about it. Okay. Best times to post are mornings between 7 and 10 and evenings between 6 and 9. Um, Instagram doesn't let you always schedule unless you have like another thing like later or something. I think they're working on changing that. So if you don't have that, don't worry about it. Just keep your in your phone um the next Instagram, like you can save that and then just post it during those times. That seems to work best. And if you can get consistency on those times, again, the algorithm likes the consistency. And then you'll notice your followers will also start to like that consistency. They know when you're coming on. Again, always reply to those comments in the DMs within the first hour of posting. It really does rank you up higher in that social media algorithm. So if you can't do it between 7 or 9, I would kind of wait and maybe post it or somewhere where you know you can be around your phone for that hour after you make that post. Okay, so we have the post formula, hook, which is 1 to 2 lines. And that's what's grabbing the person's attention. When I'm writing hooks, I usually throw it in ChatGPT. Hey, this is the idea. What is a great hook for it? Okay, so hook is that marketing word that's going to grab somebody's attention in, especially when they're like scrolling through, they're doing the doom scrolling. You want to be able to get that person's attention. So we need that hook. Okay, so did you know like can impact cells? Okay, would be a hook for that. And then you need the value for that. Here's what I'm teaching about phototherapy. So it's an education, it benefits, a simple explanation. Did you know that light is a primary nutrient? Did you know that it can be more effective than supplements? Like something like that. And then you can do like a micro story or context. I didn't know this, but this is what I learned. Like this has been exciting to me. And that call to action. So DM me light if you want info, or go to my link in the bio. Okay. And then in 2025, and these change all the time because people try and hack um, the algorithm, and the Meta does not like you trying to hack the algorithm. So it's trying to always keep you raw and real and consistent. What actually performs in 2025 is reels that are 2 to 3 line captions. So remember those videos that are up at the top. Good. I slowed down. That are short and punchy. Okay. Carousels, the ones where you see a whole bunch of pictures going across, those are where you can do your 100 to 200 word captions. Okay. But those are your posts. All right. And you can give more stories. So, like when you want people to go in and read and get that information, they're in there. You don't want to do that all the time. Okay. And your educational posts, 150 to 250 words. So kind of keep it in that range because that's what's working right now. Your story posts, they can be as long as you want them. And you can see people will go on and on and on and on. So when you go and read other people's story posts, see what your attention span is for that, steal it, stick it in ChatGPT and see how long it is before you start to lose interest. Okay. So then you know, like, hey, I get to about 80 words or I get to about 300 and I can go on. Or if it is a long story and you read it all the way to the bottom, what was it about that story that grabbed your attention? Because that's brilliant storytelling. And then you can use that model. You can take, hey, ChatGPT, what made this grab my attention for the whole way? Like what were they doing? And they'll break it down for you very well so that you can start to use that for your engagement and conversions. So short captions go viral, medium captions educate and rank, and every caption length has a purpose. So there is no one size fits all, but that's great because now we're going to be able to go back to our analytics and we're going to be able to see what works for us. And whatever's working is what we're going to start duplicating. Okay. So where I saw that one video and it had 1,200 views and it was going 3 or more seconds. Okay. I'm going to keep it to 3 to 5 seconds. And that worked. So we have those short captions or the 1 to 2 lines, or they're for fast consumption, and you want that reel to speak for itself. It's either inspirational, emotional, or relatable. Okay. And you want people to be able to share that quickly. If you can get people to share that post, again, you're going to start ranking and becoming more distributed throughout the algorithm. Okay. The best length is usually 5 to 20 words for that. And an example would be 3 things that changed my energy this year. These are the things that tend to blow up the fastest on social media. Okay. So what changed for you? So if they see that it could change for you, they know it can change for them. And then those medium captions, those 1 to 3 paragraphs that are best for education. These are really kind of ideal for the LifeWave phototherapy stem cell patch education. So you want to use those when you want to teach how something works. You want to add value that builds authority, or you want to be discovered through SEO. So SEO really likes those medium caption ones. And the best length is 80 to 150 words. That's really the sweet spot for wellness educators right now. Okay. And then the long caption is almost like that, like a little blog or a mini article. That's best for storytelling and selling. So you want to use that when you're like telling a transformational story, when you're explaining your why, when you're trying to move someone emotionally towards a purchase, or you're breaking down a protocol or a very deep topic. And again, the best lengths for that are about 150 to 300 words. These don't get as deep of a reach, but the conversions and the signups are higher. So you want to just blend between those 3 and you'll find a rhythm. Okay. So we just talked about this. So the length for the sales that works the best are the story-based captions, 150 to 250 words. You start with the hook. You tell a relatable problem, or someone's pain points. You describe the shift, and then you introduce the patch protocol that worked for you, or like ask me for what protocol worked for me best. Invite them to have a conversation with you if you want to learn more, or I'd be happy to discuss this with you. But we want to make it emotional. Sales requires emotion. So again, those longer ones are a bit better. And you don't want to be speaking at someone. You want to be inviting them in. So when we're looking at service industry, so almost everybody starts out in service industry, but for business, we always want to introduce a viable product, and that viable product is something that we would use ourselves. If we don't want to use it ourselves, it's going to be really hard to share that with others because we don't have that personal experience. Okay. And again, so we speak to a lot of therapists. Therapists have a terrible retirement plan. They burn out. They can only see so many patients in a day. And any service injuries like that, we're limited by the hours of the day, capacity, burnout. If we get sick, we need time off because of our kids or just to go on a holiday. There's slow seasons, unexpected cancellations, no show. Every service industry experiences this. So when we have those, we don't have to worry because our product sales will cover us in this place. They act as the revenue buffer. So we get that steady recurring income. We're not dependent on our services, and we can stabilize cash flow. Okay. And again, our reach becomes global. So we're making a bigger difference, a bigger impact globally than we ever could have before. Okay. And those monthly purchases are predictable revenue. So anybody who says that they don't need a product, they are lying. 100% of the time, and they are probably exhausted, which is a very good pain point for people. What's your retirement plan? Especially when we're going to be living to 120 to 160. We need these product sales to be able to grow with us. And I have a background in finance too. It's like starting in the stock market, right? So you buy your stock, and the stock doesn't really take off until, like, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. So if we're looking at our business like that, most of us are successful in our business, but we weren't the first, one or two. We were still paying off the education that got towards this. So just stay consistent and this will pay off. Yeah, we've got stability, scalability, longevity, and freedom built into the products. Okay. So again, most successful service providers are not service-based only. They become hybrid entrepreneurs who sell services and products. So when you're hitting out people that you think that are already doing well professionally in the service industry and they don't have a product, it's a very easy into them, because again, if they're not available to sell their service or to perform their service, they're stuck. Okay. And now I think we can open it for questions. Cheryl, do you want to unmute everybody?
Actually, if you can unmute yourself when you're ready to ask your question, that would be best.
Okay. Do you want me to record the questions?
I mean, I think you'd want it separate
I'd say
from,
yes, and you can delete it afterwards.
Okay. Thanks, Maura.
My husband Jeff hasn't jumped in yet, but I know he had a question that was related to a joint Instagram account, joint Facebook professional page. Because of course he has the clinic, and then we're working together to build LifeWave. And I also use skincare. So, what are your thoughts around, shared assets?
So what I do, we do separately, as you've seen, I have separate ones for each business. I do. It just performs better. So every once in a while, I'll plant something in the clinic one. Like we also have products, but go here. Like do that little pinned post. If you want to know more about this, go to this page where I explain everything about it. Right? So then you're just planting those seeds, but then they can go over there and then they can see everything, because they still want to know about like how to get in to see him as a patient and the laser therapy, and just like, hey, we do laser therapy here. But if you don't have access to me, go over to this page and you can have light therapy in your pocket. Like you can wear it every day as a wearable. So I would probably have 2 pages, Maura.
Okay, and then the LightWave page, I think that's the one he wants to have as representing him and myself.
Say that again.
He wants to do something where he involves me in the page with him, not just him. So we'll have to create a new Instagram page for that purpose for LifeWave.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm thinking
actually,
Innate Vitality would do that. Like we would do that as our LifeWave business page, but it's both of us on that page. Is that something that you could see would be viable, or does it have to be
absolutely.
individual?
Right.
Okay.
And especially as a reverse aging couple too, like it's so valuable. And this is something that we do together. And John and I are just working on that ourselves. So absolutely, seeing couples do this together inspires other people that are doing that reverse aging thing as well as a team, right? So yeah, it's fun. You're doing business with your partner as well. So it's just those things are things that people want to see. So if you can include that in your branding, it's highly valuable.
I like that as a tagline, the reverse aging couple.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so build up that separate. And don't forget, you can take some of those posts and share them over to your other brand too, right? So you're doubling back and forth and just see where it's performing better. But like people like to see what you're doing outside of the box, like what happens when you go home at the end of the day. Like it just doesn't end there. They want to see what's going on there too, where it might not be completely relevant to put into your clinical practice stuff because we have boundary violations.
just thinking about that, you could also share in your any posts that you're putting on your couple page. You could share individually. Well, Maura, you could share that as a new post and the link to go over to your business page with Jeff. So you could always link them one way or another. I mean, I think it's brilliant. It's great.
Excellent. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dana,
Yes, Gail.
this was fabulous. Honestly, I have learned so much. I'm so glad you caught on to record this. I would have cried. This is
It's the
amazing.
first couple pages, but that's okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just really important not to have a personal account. Cheryl and I have gone through this. We've paid so much in marketing, and
Yeah.
we've hired out so many people in marketing, and it was horrible. Like you had like this is your business, this is your baby. You have to do this yourself, and nobody can speak for you. And it doesn't take long. Like spend 20 minutes a day and that's it. And you want to do spending 20 minutes on your own and with it, or you can spend the day looking for people like, I really love what this person's doing. And if they're doing something cool, then you can research how they do it. Like, how did they make that work that way? They did a green screen in the background with the PubMed information and them speaking in front. Like, you can just Google how to do that, right? And spend a few minutes. But again, people want to hear you. They want to follow you. They want to be inspired by you. They want to know they just want to know about you because if they know about you then again it's that inspiration effect, right? Like you're not going old decrepit, there's someone looking outside of the box. It's not just all you're just not like a one, what is it, a one show
One
pony.
trick
Terrible.
pony.
There we go, one trick pony. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm terrible with idioms.
Yeah.
You don't want to
the
be a
way-
one-man band.
No, exactly. And the fact that technology is changing so rapidly, I mean, you've just brought us all really up to date. And
Yeah.
that's because you're in it with your business and stuff. And like you said, you hired somebody. So now you want to know it yourself, right? You want to be you're doing it yourself. Are you? You're still
Exactly. And you
yeah.
do it yourself because you see what they do for you and you're like, that was terrible. That is not who I am at all. That
Yeah.
doesn't speak for me. So it's just kind of fun to just do it yourself. And then you create that relationship back and forth and you'll get into the flow of things and it actually becomes it's not like work anymore. It's fun because you're connecting. And then there's nothing, again, for those of us in the healthcare field, there is nothing more exciting than having someone come back and tell you how you changed their lives, right? Like there's like that is so emotional to know that grandma is no longer like in a wheelchair anymore. She's able to get up and walk around. That pain that kept them up at night, they can have like they've had their first sleep through the night. Like that is so rewarding, and you want to do that for the rest of the life. Like talk about a good dopamine hit. Like that's phenomenal. So now you don't have to be a healthcare professional with a degree behind you to be able to do this. Like it's so so exciting.
They say all over social media, take a month and study and reinvent yourself. I mean, you've basically done it right here. I mean, this is what we need to do, but I've made a commitment to learn something every single day because I need to now. I've sort of taken myself out of the game and it's not a good idea to do that because then when you go to get back in, I feel fake. Like there's a lot of things that I was struggling with. So this is wonderful. I'm so glad we did this. Yay.
Yeah. And
I have a
Gail,
question, Dana. Do we still have time?
yeah. Can I just talk one thing to Gail?
Yeah, go
too?
ahead.
I think that real thing is like, hey, I've been off for a couple months. Like I went through a really hard thing in my life, but I'm back, right? And people just want to know that. Like you weren't out in the game, you were just doing something behind the scenes and you weren't visible.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
No, I know that. It's just, and then what, right? But this is this is my brain is coming back. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, like, yes.
Yeah.
so many great ideas, so many things to think about.
It's
It's
so
really good.
creative. It's really
Yeah.
creative.
And then with
Okay.
AI, it's wonderful. If we see a post that Dana does, we can go in and ask AI to make it our own, or
Yeah.
more. So we're not actually copying it, but we're taking the gist and making it our own. And we're all in this together. So we all don't have exactly the same followers. So it
Yeah.
works.
And
It's
the
And
really
algorithm,
the other thing is when you start using AI, it does learn your voice over time. And so it does know how to customize it so it sounds like you.
yeah. And algorithms don't like shared posts, by the way. Ina, sorry, let's get back to your
That's okay.
question.
So, kind of a very specific question pertaining to me because I'm not the type that posts on social media a lot. It's almost like I have an aversion to it. I only do it
Yeah.
when someone like pushes me into it. So, and I do realize that I need to start doing this. So, how do I basically, I guess, rebrand myself. So I understand the steps that you explained here, but it almost seems like I would need to have my posts lined up because as soon as I hit the button and kind of rebrand myself, like I can't stop,
yeah.
right? I would have to start rolling with it pretty much consistently. So to make it more, I guess, efficient for myself, like what do you suggest I do?
You would open up your AI or your chat GPT just for now because it's gotten really good at it. Again, Cheryl and I wrote a book way before there was AI. So like we would literally sit down and do, get the mind maps out on Bristol board on the wall and do that. You
Yeah.
don't have to do that anymore. And again, because it remembers you, it's just good. So you open up your chat GPT and you're like, I'm just starting rebranding. This is who I am. I do this. These are my passions. This is what I love. How would I rebrand myself in this market with LifeWave? It knows who LifeWave is, right? And it can create something for you. And then you'll see something coming up and it will spark you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love that. I think about this. I obsess about this. And then you can take that piece of information, put it back into ChatGPT and say, I love this. Create 9 posts for me. Create 3 stories, 3 reels. Give me the text, give me the hashtags, give me the SEO. So take the information that I've given you. Here's the SEO that I want. Create my bio in my link that defines me under here. And then it'll give you, the 9 posts. And you're like, oh, I really love these 2 posts. Can you take these 2 posts and create 6 more from that go good with the SEO algorithm, right? And put in the hashtags. So just give it the instructions. I want the hashtags. And then can you show me what pictures or what videos of myself would go great with this? And then it'll also tell you that. So
Yeah.
then you've spent like maybe half of a day doing that, or a couple hours. And
Mhm.
then you can go down and you can get everything prepared. And
Mhm.
then every day or every 2 days, you put something else. You just upload something else. So you
Mhm.
already have a month of stuff done. And
Mhm.
then it's just going in every day, taking 2 minutes to upload it.
Right. Yeah,
I
it sounds
actually
pretty easy.
thought,
I think it sounds a bit scary because I haven't done it, but I understand kind of like the behind the scenes. Um, yeah.
So it's the same when you're
Oh,
decorating the house, or you're baking, right? You
yeah.
put your plan together. You're still
Yeah.
going to spend half a day doing it, right? So,
Baking is
but
easy. I love baking.
because you've made it
make a
easy.
recipe. Make it in a recipe format.
Mhm.
Just say,
Uh,
okay, what problems do I have? Throw that into ChatGPT and say, I want 6 answers to each of these problems. And then you have the list, and then you just use that as a recipe to make each
mhm,
product, which is
mhm,
a post. So you have a
mhm.
recipe for a post.
Yeah. But
Can I
also,
throw
it's a
something
little
in
bit
too?
because you guys are in the health profession, it's a little bit easier, I think, for you
No,
to
actually,
kind of
because you don't.
recognize in this field, right?
No, no,
No,
no, no,
Ina,
no, Tina,
I'm
no.
gonna say it's better for you because you have questions that you don't know. You're an average person. You're like, well, I
Yeah.
had these questions and
Yeah.
I needed to find the answers for me, just an average person.
Can I
And
Ina,
then
add
you
something
just
for
find
Ina?
those answers.
Ina,
Yeah.
when I
Ina,
started in this business, I I had no idea what I was doing. I was overweight. I wasn't really into health. It changed my life in
Mm-hmm.
every way. You know, I became health conscious. I started really exercising all the time. And this part of it, you can learn it in little segments every single day. Just do something. But don't be afraid of that. And don't be afraid and don't ever compare yourself to anybody because that's not true. You know, you can do this. Everybody can do this.
Yeah,
Don't you?
that's the thing. I don't think that people want to hear from me. Like, I don't
No,
know.
that's a mindset, and
What's
that's a
on the
whole
screen?
other. Uh,
Well, the mindset comes from something that happened in the past, obviously, that
well, we're
need to
not
change.
psychologists, but you can transform your mindset
Yeah,
easily, and that's a whole other workshop. But
yeah.
Can you all hear me?
today, you know what I think is the biggest problem, Dana and Cheryl, is how to prompt what you say. This
In
is
the
where
AI.
the wording for a chat GPT.
Yeah.
Like the way you guys say it is amazing. These are my problems. Give me six, solutions. Then do this, then do that. I mean, that's a lot for me too. Like, and I'm on social media. I can be, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's the problem.
Okay,
And
so
again,
I say
It's just,
start
yeah, you just need to learn that, I guess, because
and just start
it's a
simply,
skill.
really. This is real life. Look on the screen right now. People don't follow products, they follow people they trust or respect.
Yeah.
So the people in your life who have those same questions that you said, I had this question, I was sick and tired of not knowing. So I did
Hmm.
some research and this is what I found. And oh my gosh, the solution fell into my lap. Boom, here it is. If you want more information, call me. And people who resonate with that message that's coming from your heart, that's totally authentic, are going to find you. They're going to say, like, she looks so approachable. She looks like an average person, just like me, not
Hmm.
some Martha Stewart who I
Yeah.
can't approach and, oh, I'm not going to talk to that person because I'm only, an average Joe.
Yeah.
So
so
it
Can
just,
anybody
just
hear
start
me?
there.
So Ina, another
Yeah.
thing is think of yourself as a customer too. So, you
Mhm.
know, Jeff, my apologies to us, but so you could say, hey, I just spent $500 this month going for chiropractic and massage therapy and osteopathy and acupuncture, and I had to wait and take time out of my day. And this like little patch for like
Mhm.
$150 solved my problem, right?
Yeah.
So it's like put
Well,
us
because
in
quite
a
often
business,
adjustments don't hold that long. So you
right?
have to continuously go and see the same people, right?
Or you go to women going for Botox or things, and it's $300 for a peptide injection to the face. Or you
Mhm.
have this $150 patch that's doing more than just get like surface deep, right? So you can speak to those things. I moved from a country where I didn't speak the language when I was in my 20s and I had no community. Now I have a community. Like all of those little things that you don't think are relevant or important are going to speak to people like into the heart. Like I didn't know how I was going to support myself. Now I can actually support myself in a healthcare business and I don't have a healthcare degree. Like those are really important things.
Beautiful.
It
That
took
was
$100,000 for our education. I I had to spend 200 bucks,
Hmm.
right? And I can share that with people because it's been done for me and the science is there. And here's what the immunologist says about it. And here's what our functional medicine doctor says. And Jeff did this phenomenal video. Here's what a chiropractor says about it. Like, share those things with us.
Hmm.
Like, you don't have to live in Canada. You might not have access to this, but you can get this in Ireland and Croatia and France, right?
And Mexico and
And
South
Mexico and all
Africa
of
and
those
all over the
things.
world.
Like, it's available to you. So
Yeah.
you use those things. Like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like I was, I didn't think that I was capable or use that pain point from the past where, network marketing said like it's a pyramid scheme. Do a post about like it's not a pyramid scheme. When you buy something, is 100% of the sales going towards that one person? And because you're a maven, which is, someone who shares that, why am I not getting any benefit from that? I've sent that person 200 people for clients and customers. I got nothing. That's a
Hmm.
sham. Right? That's a
Totally.
great pose.
Or you could talk about, you all have always wanted to have your own business, and
Yeah.
you researched it. It's thousands and thousands of dollars to just start for a startup, where I could join a network marketing company for buying the product. And even if they went under in 5 years, I haven't lost anything.
Yeah.
I have no investment other than in myself. And like I said, my first company changed my life. I owe them, really, when I think about it.
Mhm.
And my investment, I never lost anything when I left. I lost some income, but you can always have income,
Yeah.
right? You can always get income, no matter what. You can do something.
And
So
when you lost that income, you didn't have to still pay on top of that, like a lease or, an employee
no,
or
I didn't owe anybody
one.
anything. Yeah, I owed nobody.
You just
But
close the door.
Ina, people need to know, like, and trust you. They don't want you to be
Polished.
polished,
Perfect.
plastic, fake. And everybody struggles with that online. They really do. But we don't have to be. So we're going to support each other in the group and suggest things and keep this going.
Yeah.
And then, we will do something on mindset, because I think it's so important, and
Oh, I
that's
know where it's coming from. Like, I know exactly where it's coming from. I just need to kind of
yeah, we can,
Use
get rid
that
of
as a
it,
pain point.
basically.
Use that
yeah.
as a
Yeah,
pain point.
exactly. There could be a point, there could be a post in there
Exactly,
somewhere.
exactly.
Oh, I'm sure there is, right? I could start going on about something, and then I think, do I really want to go down that way? Do I really want to say that? I'm always second guessing. So
Yeah.
this is a good start right here. This is a really
I
powerful.
think it's also just kind of have that courage to actually go there in front of people. It's like public speaking, only behind the scenes, so to speak, right? So it does take some courage to do that.
Takes
It
a lot of
is, but it isn't.
Yes, but you're
It
gonna
is
find your
until it
people.
isn't.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah,
find
I
your
don't.
people though. So it's worth
I,
it.
are
Kind of
you
missed
able
the
to hear me?
first, I kind of missed the first beginning. So I just wanted to double check. You had said that not to use our personal Instagram account, create another account separate, and then make that into a creator account, correct? And
Absolutely.
so don't touch anything on your other one. Okay.
Yeah.
And then is that the same thing with Facebook, or Facebook just leave it as it is?
Yeah. And
Or
link
you
the
do
two.
two?
Yeah. So what'll
Okay.
happen, Vicky, is we've recorded this.
Yeah.
I think we didn't record the first two pages, but you'll be able to read the first two pages
Right.
and you can just go and
Okay.
follow through all the steps. We're not like this, we made this shareable for everybody. Okay.
No, yeah. No, I just wanted to double check about the two accounts
Yeah.
because I was trying to
No
figure
personal
out.
account. Personal accounts, like they suck. Don't do it. That's just for like your mom and your dad and your kids and yeah, share
Exactly.
pictures.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you also do anything on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is a whole other thing. Should you do something on LinkedIn? Yes, you should. But let's
Yeah.
get started with one
Well, I'm
thing.
trying to think because I have my work all on LinkedIn at the moment, so I kind of don't know how they would take me doing side job. So that's what I think
Yes,
I'll start off on the Instagram and the thing, and then I'll expand it because I know that's a whole different thing as well. You have to be posting differently across there as well.
exactly. So
Okay.
there is a way in when you start making posts that you can share them to LinkedIn. Don't worry about that. Just start with your Facebook and your Instagram. Get one for people. They'll start looking for you in that place, right? And just let
Okay.
that SEO and stuff start to build up with the consistency. There, yeah.
Do you use your same name on the title, or do you have to make because then you'll have two accounts when they're looking under your
You
name, right?
Vicky, you want to be differentiated
Okay.
so that they can differentiate between the two accounts. It's kind of
Okay.
confusing that way.
Dana,
Okay.
actually, I recommend to rewatch this at your
Mhm.
leisure,
Yeah.
because Dana did talk about that, and she gave us some, for your
Okay.
bio, there's a word in there like, what do you want to be known as, right? So we
Okay.
can
So I'll
put
go
all
back
this
and look at
into
it.
we
Okay.
can put all this into AI, and they will come up with stuff for us too. So Yeah.
We're very systems oriented, so there's always just a checklist to follow so you won't get lost. It just makes it easier that way. So it's a step-by-step process. And then we've prioritized the step based on the algorithm for you. Okay. So you can just go back and review it.
Well, thanks very much, ladies. This was really, really informative. Very,
Um,
very. And I like it. It was as you went in, but my Wi-Fi kept going off, and I have to keep trying to go from my phone to my computer to
yeah.
my phone.
Yeah.
Dana, so when you convert the personal account into a business account, then what happens to all your personal posts before?
No,
Do
no,
they
no,
just
no, no,
The
no. That's what I
different
just asked you.
account.
Create two accounts.
So
So
it's going to be a brand new account.
Oh, so I don't convert my existing account? I just add a brand new account.
Yes.
mhm.
You create a brand
Oh,
new account, and then again, you're
with
going to
no
take
followers
advantage.
whatsoever.
No, but you're gonna
Yeah.
start. You can share it to your personal account. Just say, hey,
Uh-huh.
I've started to do this,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're gonna start to build. But then again, take advantage of the name so that it's now your new business.
You're right.
And
I see.
then
Okay.
you can start, giving that new persona legs, if you know what I mean, starting with a good name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Ina,
And
you
you do.
can share your posts right
Sorry.
onto your personal page story. Check this out, new
Mhm.
post. Um, and you can drop bits and pieces in your personal page about, what you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Without taking away from your personal page.
Here's my new
Yeah.
side passion in wellness. I always wanted to be in the wellness industry. Come check
Mhm.
me out over here. And then
Mhm.
if we have the WhatsApp group, if everyone shares, once you guys get your handles, share the handles to us, and then we'll all follow you
You can
too,
fit
right?
in.
So we
Mhm. So we'll
see
start the
and then do the
followers.
Start
Yeah.
commenting.
liking and commenting. Like
Mhm.
Dina said, if you do a post, hang out for a little while, because anybody that likes or comments, and you're going to be putting in keywords and hashtags. So
Mhm.
anybody that's looking, peptides is like huge right now. So you're going to go and like and comment on their page.
Mhm.
It's a game, right? Like, so this is your job.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
job right now is to build
Mhm.
your following, and to start selling your patches and get known as
Mhm.
Ina, reverse aging, whatever,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'm still toying with the name. I don't know. I kind of like the word peptide. I think it sounds better
Oh,
than patch.
peptides is really like on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question before I forget it. And the train will leave the station. Oh shoot, what was it? God.
That's okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know now. It's gone now. Okay, it might come back.
It's all good. And again,
Post it in the
you can
WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember. Sorry, sorry. I
yeah.
remember. So you do recommend, going back to my original question, to kind of have things lined up, right? Before
Yes.
I kind of pull the trigger. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
can do even like a little, if you're sort of more of a visual person, you can print out a little calendar and
Mm-hmm.
just, kind of get that idea of where do I want to place the different posts and the different reels on which days, and can I start a bit of a story flow?
Mm-hmm.
What do I want to tell right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah.
I
because
want to
it
focus
is a
more on the
story.
education, more on the business? Like just that whole thing. You're going to build that and then just start posting.
Okay. Okay.
You'll
Use
see when you get
technology.
into it. It makes it
Yeah.
so easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Once I kind of get into it and get my feet wet, it will kind of become
And you're going to be
effective.
like,
Like
I like
everything,
this.
you
This
learn,
is
right?
this feels like me. This feels genuine. And then you're going to have other posts and you're like, ugh, right? So then you're just like, as soon as
Mhm.
it starts to get, oh, this is the feel of Ina. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
she cares about this and she cares about that. Then that's what the stories come. And then you'll read something about peptides. Like, I had no idea that
Yeah.
I only had 50% of my stem cells active. And I was wondering why I wasn't healing fast anymore.
Right.
I was wondering why I
Yeah.
was exhausted. I was wondering why my feet were sore for the first 10 minutes when I woke up in the morning. I had
Yeah.
no idea. Nobody told me this. Not my
Mhm.
doctors, not my healthcare professionals. Nobody told me. So I'm telling you, right? So
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That sounds great. I love this. Thank you so much. This
You're
was
welcome.
awesome. I'm definitely gonna rewatch this like step by step. I took some notes too. Yeah, I'm gonna percolate on this for some names and see something will pop up.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to see what everyone's creative stuff comes up
Yeah.
with.
May I
Can
ask you a quick
anyone hear
question? Would
me?
you do the brand first as your thing, or would you do personal brand and product? That's what it's just telling me here. Just sort of forget how to use the Lightwave to create a new account.
Oh, so go back and rewatch the steps. Like go through and
Okay.
I've got it down in the right steps and the right order to do
Okay.
it. How to open it, what's most important. Like the bio and the posts are not the most important. Your name is
Yeah,
the most
yeah, yeah, I know
important.
that. Was just trying to see for when I'm doing my titling, do I put Lightwave in the name or just still do it with Vicky and change something with it? So
However you
that's
want to.
what I'm trying to figure.
Yeah. Mhm.
You can put your
Okay.
link to your back office so people can click on it. It's also in here. We'll watch it again.
Okay, that's okay. Cool.
It was a
Okay.
lot of info, but it's all there.
Okay, cool.
And also,
Thanks.
Vicky, you can stick it into ChatGPT and say, give me 5 examples of the perfect name for my Instagram.
And
Like
that's what I
professional
did for
I
the
Instagram.
started doing
examples.
that.
Mhm. So that's what I did when I was like doing, here's SEO, like here's the SEO that works really well. Create a name for me. And it came up with like
Okay.
5, 10.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, I don't
I
like
will.
this one. I like this one. Give me 3 more closer to this.
Okay. I go
Okay.
back and use yours and then come back and add it on to mine.
Yeah.
Because
Boss
it's
it
kind of
around.
mixing my name with it and then doing Lightwave and I'm like, oh, no, I want that.
Yeah. No, you'll find the one that'll like, okay, I like that. And it's the one you have to
Okay.
live with. So like it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
by the way, John just added in the PowerPoint to the chats. He added a link. He said he did. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Oops. Is anyone seeing it?
Yeah, it's working. I can open it on my phone.
Oh, that's strange.
I can do
Yeah,
it on
I've
my
got it
phone
working.
thing. Just connect it.
You probably have to have PowerPoint on your phone, but yeah, I've got it open.
It's OneDrive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got it open
But
too.
it's in the chat, right?
Yes.
The
So,
WhatsApp. It's in our WhatsApp group, share.
oh, okay, great, great, great. Okay. Oh, I see. He said the
It
chat.
works.
Yeah.
I thought he meant this chat. Okay, great. How's everyone doing?
It works.
Great.
Any more questions or?
We're
I'm
good.
gonna
It's been
message
over
you
an
soon. We
hour
need to
too.
flash.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost an
Okay.
hour and a half.
Have fun, be creative.
Thank you.
Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys
Enjoy your
so
weekend,
much.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Dana. Great job.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Where do I get out of